Alright guys, so just got out of exams and we got the nice view of the strip over there. It's a nice day, it's not as cold, but I'm gonna go see Mary Poppins Returns today in Dolby. I just got out of exams, I got out pretty early, 10:40. Movie doesn't start till 1. I think it's 12:30 right now, so I just took the bus from school to the theater. It was a 30-minute ride, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna go see Mary Poppins Returns. Pretty excited for this one. I'm not a huge fan of the first Mary Poppins. I think it's good. I just think it's kind of overrated. And the last time I saw it was 10 years ago, but I remember a lot from that movie, surprisingly. And Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins. What else can I say? So yeah, I'm walking to a theater right now, and let's go. Gonna see Aquaman in IMAX tomorrow, but today Mary Poppins, so let's go in. We're out of the theater. Mary Poppins Returns. Great experience. Let me just say that. Alright guys, so that's right. I just got done watching Mary Poppins Returns in the Dolby Cinema at AMC Prime. Of course, Dolby Atmos surround sound and Dolby Vision 4K projection. And let me just say just now, to get it off my lungs, Mary Poppins Returns is most definitely worth watching in Dolby. I mean, we're talking about some amazing Dolby Atmos surround sound with so many. There's a lot of the musical numbers in this movie just surround you. There's like voices coming from every speaker of the theater, and they use the overhead speakers quite a bit in the Dolby Atmos mix, and I thought it was just fantastic. And not only that, but the 4K Dolby Vision projection is so bright, so vivid. There's so much contrast and detail to it. If you're gonna watch this movie, I recommend watching it in Dolby. But yeah, so that's basically my recommendation. Definitely watch this movie in Dolby. One of the best experiences I've had. So anyways, let's move on to the actual review for the movie itself. Alright guys, so I did go see Mary Poppins Returns in Dolby, and you know, I do recommend the Dolby version of this movie. I think seeing this movie in Dolby was a lot of fun because the Dolby Atmos is actually active throughout the whole movie, whether it's the musical numbers or the action scenes. They actually use the overhead Atmos speakers at times. It's a fun experience, plus the movie looks beautiful with Dolby Vision projection, so there's that. So if you guys could go watch this in Dolby, in the Dolby Cinema, you guys are not going to regret it. But anyways, it's time to talk about the actual movie itself. Mary Poppins Returns is actually a sequel, not a reboot like at first I thought it was when this was first announced, but it's a sequel to the original movie. And here we basically have one of the Banks kids from the original movie who actually has 3 children of his own now, and he's actually about to lose the family house if he doesn't pay his loans off. And so basically, while he, you know, makes money, of course, Mary Poppins comes in to take care of the kids. And you know, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan of the first Mary Poppins movie. I think it's pretty alright. I mean, it's a good movie. I think it's overrated. I don't love it as much as other people do. So I actually had low expectations for this movie. And personally, I actually prefer this movie over the first movie. You know, right off the bat, Emily Blunt was really good here as the role of Mary Poppins. And I honestly really do think that she really got into the character very well. And I also enjoyed Lin-Manuel Miranda here quite a lot. He plays this character who almost what Dick Van Dyke was in the first movie, except it's not his character, it's a completely different character, but he's basically playing the same role that he did, just with a different character. So I really enjoyed him quite a lot in this movie. I didn't, he just has so much energy, so much charisma throughout the whole movie. I just loved his character so much. And I'm talking about Dick Van Dyke. He's actually in this movie as well. Although he doesn't really have a role, rather more of a cameo. He plays the second character that he plays in the first movie, because if you guys remember from the first movie, Dick Van Dyke actually plays two characters, Bert, the character who helps Mary Poppins along the way in the first movie, and then this other character, he's like a banker, and he's back as that character in this movie. So for the small appearance that he had in this movie, he was kind of entertaining. And I thought that the kids in this movie were actually adorable. And it's weird because kids in these type of roles in movies typically come out as annoying, but I really liked them a lot here. And I thought they were actually kind of useful and just charming to have in this movie. And the story, yeah, it's good, but come on, let's face it, it's nearly the same story from the first movie, meaning that what they bring here isn't really anything new, but it still feels quite fresh. And for a sequel, I really would have liked for this movie to expand more on Mary Poppins, on her character herself, but it's not really necessary. Well, because she's Mary Poppins, and what she does is she takes care of kids, and she's a nanny, so it wasn't necessary. Just that, again, the movie does follow the same steps that the first movie did follow, so it would have been nice to at least change something about the story, at least change something about her character, I don't know, anything, but again, for what this movie actually is, it just really does work so much. And another minor problem that I actually had with the movie was actually the whole solution to the movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, of course, but in other words, the final 15 minutes of the movie, it wraps up pretty oddly, actually, and it's actually one of those weird and goofy Disney endings for a movie, so I wasn't a huge fan to how they ended this movie. And the choreography here is actually pretty damn impressive with these musical numbers. And the musical numbers in this movie are just spot on, and they're awesome to look at. There's one in particular where they're in this world surrounded by 2D animated characters, and they end up dancing with animated penguins, and that scene alone was just honestly spectacular. I love that scene so much. Again, the musical numbers in this movie are just spot on, and the songs are good, but and they're well written, but they lack they just lack so much of what made the songs from the first movie just so memorable. The songs here are catchy. I just can't really remember any of the songs in this movie, so they kind of lacked memorability. And Mary Poppins is a very lighthearted, fun-filled movie with some very good performances and some great musical numbers. I wouldn't say that this is a movie that would get nominated for Best Picture. I just don't really see it. Even though the first movie did get nominated for Best Picture, I don't see how this one could possibly get nominated, but it does get nominated, and that's cool. But I just can't really see it in this time of age, at least right now. But anyways, this is a really good movie. I do recommend watching this in full price, paying full price to go watch this movie. And with that being said, I'm going to give Mary Poppins Returns a B+. This is definitely the movie that you do want to go see out on Christmas Day. It's just lighthearted and it's fun. You guys are going to have a lot of fun watching this movie. Although, my biggest recommendation out right now is still Spider-Verse. I still think that it's probably the best movie that you could possibly see right now in theaters. But if you guys already seen that, then Mary Poppins Returns does the job of being a good movie for the family. So yeah, have you guys seen Mary Poppins Returns? And if you guys seen it, what did you guys think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.